we have headed north to the Lakeland Stages rally for the 7th and final round of the 2019 Valvoline Motorsport Ireland National Forestry Rally Championship. A fantastic lineup of competitors and cars from all around the country have arrived to the Fermanagh Forest. The results here could prove vital in the championship battle.
While the overall championship was secured by Cahan McCourt and Barry McNulty at the last round in Cork, there are still a number of titles up for grabs across the various classes, not to mention a close contest for the remaining overall podium positions.
Sam, you're in great form today, fresh from a good win in Cork as well.
Yeah, we had a great run down there, so good to be here, great stages, and always enjoy this one.
Yeah, we're second here last year. Obviously, we were competing against the World car last year in an R5 car, so this year the tables are turned around the WRC car, so looking forward to a good battle today.
Going to put a bit of a push on here today and see how we can race these boys. Now we're not sitting back a bit like the last day because we were kind of feared of the championship. So no, we're going to enjoy the day, and it's great to get the championship as well, I suppose. So put a bit of pressure on these boys today and see how we go.
There was supposed to be a final round showdown in the two-wheel drive championship, but sadly Mickey Conlon and Gary Kiernan couldn't make it to the Lakeland Stages. So it's David Crossan and Aileen Kelly who claim the title for 2019.
There still is a little bit of opposition out there for you though.
Oh, there's loads of opposition. David Clundell took the 2 wins in Cork and he was going very hard. So yeah, we'll be on Shane here. It's his local rally and he's back out in the starlet. So no, there'll be plenty of competition.
Jerry Kavanagh and his hard-working team of the Enniskillen Motor Club have laid out a compact event consisting of 6 special stages, all based around the scenic Lough Erne.
The Belmore, Ballintempo and Big Dog forests west of Enniskillen provided the setting for the rally. And as you can see, the weather was a mixed bag with sunny spells and showers forecast for the day ahead. So all was set for the first run through the loop of 3 stages, with 2017 champion Sam Moffat heading the field in his Ford Fiesta R5. Despite clearing the track of loose gravel for the following crews, Sam was quickest by 2 seconds on the opener Belmore. The Monaghan driver couldn't sustain his advantage over the longer Ballintempo stage, and by the end of the final test, Big Dog, he was lying second by 4 seconds with navigator James Fulton. Desi Henry was happy with how his Fiesta WRC was performing, taking over the rally lead on stage 2. It was navigator Damien Connolly's first time on gravel in 2 years, no doubt enjoying the many slides and moments across the opening tests.
Caution, late 3 left, continues over 60, tightens into 2 left. 60. Flat 6 right. 100. Half long, 3 right tightens to 2 over crest. 80. Flat 5 right over rough.
Vivian Hamill is no stranger to these woods, but it was just his second event in the new right-hand drive Fiesta R5. After a poor opening stage, he was up to 3rd by the end of the loop, 17 seconds off the lead.
First one was tricky, struggling for grip, and had a couple of it was overdriving somewhat, for the grip that was there, but settled rightly on the second one and clean enough on the third, so I am happy.
Newly crowned champions Cahan McCourt and Barry McNulty were 3 seconds further back and forth, and having survived an early spin, they had some time to make up in the Fiesta R5.
Flat 6 right over crest, 80 to an open hairpin left. You have 80 open hairpin left, keep up the hill. And flat 4 left into a long flat 5 right, keep 130.
Patrick O'Brien overcame some early intercom trouble in the Mitsubishi Lancer and was lying 5th overall with navigator Thomas Nugent.
2 left past junction, 40 now, 2 left past junction, 40 through gate. 5 right over crest, dip into a long 4 right over jump, 2 left and a straight crest.
Donna Kelly wasn't happy with the handling of a Skoda Fabia R5. It's only the former tarmac champion's second gravel rally in the car, and he was audibly struggling across the opening stages.
Flat one left over big crest, jump line, keep in, it's okay. 60 mid through posts, 80 slowing, square left over crest, jump at the 3s, into tight 6 right down, and don't cut on the square left. 80 over, or 60 over bump, 4 left, go, keep in, 4 left, go, keep in on the exit, into 4 right over crest, go, 40, flat 1 left over crest, keep in, 40 long 3 right, push opens.
Due to a miscalculation, we had expected there to be a final round showdown for the Group N Championship, but it transpired that Niall McCullough and Ryan McCluskey secured the title with the class win in Cork. The newly crowned Class 4 champions switched from Mitsubishi to a Fiesta R5 for the final round, and the pair were 7th overall after 3 stages.
Right over jump, go, 60, absolute 1 right, go. Small jump, 250, over there, narrow 2 right, 60 to the 5 right in.
Just 3 seconds adrift was the similar machine of Conor McCourt and Brian Hoy. The pair are favourites to collect the Class 5 title at the end of the day.
Air crest into fast 4 right, stay in, and 5 left up past the junction, into 6 right over crest, jump 40, caution long 5 right over crest, slippy on bus stopper right entry. Good man, 80.
The day wasn't going so well for rally legend Kenny McKinstry. A loose turbo pipe in his Fiesta cost him over a minute on stage 2, but he was determined to enjoy the rest of the rally with navigator Kenny Hull.
Right over crest, 80. 1 left, through posts, 80. Finished.
I don't really want it to end.
Also in the running for the Class 5 championship, Niall Henry and Damien Duffin had a couple of collisions with chicane bales across the opening loop and were outside the top 10.
Niall, we're seeing a slight bit of damage there at the front.
Yeah, on stage 2, I caught Kenny McKinstry. He's about technical problems there, and I overtook him on a chicane, and I just touched the chicane. It's only a wing, so it probably looks worse than what it is. I just taped it up to save the headlight, so no, I'm happy enough other than time loss on stage 2.
Michael Carbon and Conor Mohan had led the overall championship earlier in the season, but a strong finish today would see them secure the runner-up spot. The TrailerPartsAndSpares.com Lakeland Stages was also a counting round of the McGrady Insurance Northern Ireland Championship, where defending champion Derek McGarty lost time in a ditch on stage 2 and with a puncture on stage 3. Stephen Wright was also in contention for the Northern Ireland title, but the former Billy Coleman Award winner was just 1 second adrift of McGarty at the halfway point.
Stephen, you have set your sights on championship glory.
Yeah, we started off the Northern Ireland Championship and I suppose we got sucked in round by round, so it brings us on to the loose this weekend. It's been all tarmac previous to this and I'm 7 years away from the gravel, so it's great to be back, settling in nicely, and it's a whole lot of fun out there.
Turning to the two-wheel drive battle now, where newly crowned champions David Crossan and Aileen Kelly led for 2 stages. Sadly, they went off the road on stage 3. Not the ending they'd hoped for after a fantastic season in the 2-litre Escort. Local driver Shane McGurr had tied with David Crossan on the opener, but they went off the road on stage 2. Taking over the two-wheel drive lead was the 2.5-litre Escort of David Condell and Paul Kelly. However, David was not happy with the handling of his Mark II over the opening stages.
The first stage there, it was very frustrating. The car, I couldn't get the car to grip, a really dirty stage, and David took one of us, and then the second stage we had a stall at a square right and we lost a heap of time, but he took 12 of us in that middle one, and then unfortunately on the last one he went off, but he fine, he's just sitting on the side of the road. So we've a little small bit of a lead there on John Gordon, but just want to make sure we put on the proper tyre now this time and get traction and go forward, you know yourself.
Adrian Hetherington and Gary Nolan had been second quickest two-wheel drive crew whilst leading the historic section, but they went off on stage 3. Second in the two-wheel drive battle, the effervescent John Gordon was 4 seconds off leader Condell and felt lucky just to make it back to service.
John, how are you finding it out there?
Yeah, going good. Stages are slippy and that there, but everybody's dropping like flies. I hope we could be the only ones left at the end of the rally.
And what are you up to there now?
Adjusted my seat. I must have got shorter from the last rally, moving a wee bit closer.
After Adrian Hetherington's exit, Stanley Orr took over the historic class lead, with Graham Henderson calling the notes in the Ford Escort RS 1600. Second in class was the Mini Cooper of local man Thomas McGowan, whose last outing at a rally was half a century ago when the headgear was slightly different than nowadays.
Yes, a long time. It's 50 years ago. I'm going to go out and enjoy it and try and finish it because I didn't get it finished the last time I was out, you know. And I'll try my best today to do it, you know.
From vintage veterans to the juniors now, where Derek Mackerel was back in his Vauxhall Nova after a brief fling with an Opel Adam at the last round in Cork. Just by starting the final round here in Enniskillen, Mackerel secured the Class 16A title.
Derek, Junior Championship 2019, you must be looking forward to today.
Yeah, looking forward to today. The pressure's off today, so it's more day to enjoy the rest of the championship in the last round. So we're going to give it a real good go and see whether these from Anna Lanes can put up.
With his usual navigator Murren Hayes off on her travels, Derek had Conor Boylan calling the notes in the Nova, and the pair were third in the two-wheel drive section and leading Class 16A at the halfway point. Second in class was the Peugeot 208 R2 of Kyle White and Sean Topping, who were 25 seconds adrift of Mackerel's Nova. The Class 16 title was still up for grabs, and after 3 stages, it was Shane Keneally and Ger Connors who had the advantage. They led title rival Brian Brady with navigator Leonard Chewett by 11 seconds after 3 stages. So at the halfway point, it was Desi Henry with a slender lead over Sam Moffat, while Vivian Hamill, Cahan McCourt and Patrick O'Brien were fighting for the final podium position.
The sound of rally cars has been echoing through the forest all morning for the final round of the Valvoline Motorsport Ireland National Forestry Rally Championship. But it's Desi Henry who has taken the lead here at the Trailer Parts and Spares Lakeland Stages Rally. Join us back here after the break.
Welcome back to Enniskillen in County Fermanagh, the picturesque setting for the trailerpartsandspares.com Lakeland Stages Rally. Leading at the halfway point was Desi Henry, who had, as part of his support group for the event, cousin Josh McErlane, the recently crowned Junior British Rally Champion.
Josh, you have been granted a new title recently.
Yeah, we recently won the Junior British Rally Championship, so yeah, we're really looking forward to exciting things coming ahead. We're a nominee for the Billy Coleman too, so that's really promising times.
Back out to the woods now for the second and final run through the stages, where we turn to some of the various classes in the Valvoline Championship. In Junior Class 16, Brian Brady's efforts to reel in class leader Shane Keneally were in vain as he retired on stage 4. Despite suffering a similar fate on the same stage, Keneally and navigator Ger Connors had enough points on the board to secure the Junior Class 16 title in the Valvoline Series.
Shane, huge congratulations, Junior Championship winners of Class 16.
Yeah, it hasn't really settled in yet. Like it's been a crazy year now, and today didn't really go to plan, but the way it finished up, we're still after winning it, so we're delighted now. I can't describe it.
It was a disappointing end to Derek Mackerel's 16A championship winning season as he put his Vauxhall Nova off the road on the penultimate stage. Taking the class win in their Peugeot 208 R2 were Kyle White and Sean Topping, who only missed out on the Class 16A title due to a tiebreaker with Mackerel in the end.
He had more wins, unfortunately, with tied in points. So, yeah, we're here in our first year and we've done the unexpected, so I'm absolutely delighted.
In the historic class, Thomas McGowan exorcised the ghost from 50 years ago by getting his Mini to the finish line, taking second in class. Taking the class win was the Escort Mark I of Stanley Orr. Class 1 on the day was won by Adam and David Vance in the Honda Civic Type R. There was a local win in Class 3 as Mervyn Wilson and Dara Sheridan were victorious in their Escort Mark II. In the front-wheel drive 1600cc class, there were some dramatic moments like this half roll by Dominic Leonard and Martin Baxter, who managed to get to the finish of their home rally. Stuart McLean and Johnny Holdsworth had been second in class until their Nova's wheel hub broke on the final stage. Taking a start-to-finish win in Class 11F was Rory Maguire, who finished third in the two-wheel drive battle with navigator Grace O'Brien. Raymond Doyle and Ryan Murray were the best rear-wheel drive 1600cc crew in their Toyota Corolla. Local crew Mark Johnson and Colin Irvin were victorious in their Class 12 Escort. In the hotly contested 2-litre Class 13 category, Paul McErlane and Niall McKenna took third in their Escort. Oma crew Owen Mackin and Barry Ferris took second in their Mark II. But taking the win were John Gordon and Thomas Wedlock, who secured the Class 13 Valvoline title and finished second in the two-wheel drive battle. Top two-wheel drive crew was the pairing of David Condell and Paul Kelly, who also secured the Class 14 Valvoline title after a great season in the 2.5-litre Escort.
Yeah, over the moon, in fairness. Made it hard for ourselves this morning, but we got the grips there with the last 3 stages and got the time back, in fairness to it, and over the moon, to be fair, yeah.
A great achievement, and you've got Paul on the notes. Paul, many great moments out there with David.
Yeah, very good now. I've been doing a lot of rallying all year and getting quicker and quicker all the time now and enjoying it, really enjoying it now. The season's coming near to the end now, but the Cork 20 to do yet for the tarmac, but this is the end of the forestry for now, so very happy with the way that it turned out, you know, so it's really, really good.
To the four-wheel drive classes now, where there was disappointment for Peter McCullough and Callum Maguire, who retired their Group N Mitsubishi on the penultimate stage. With McCullough and Maguire out, Stephen Dixon and Tommy Hayes secured second in the Group N Championship with the runner-up spot in Enniskillen. Taking the Class 4 win on the day were unregistered crew Niall McGonigal and Paddy McCrudden, who finished 13th overall in the Mitsubishi. In the WRC class, there was disappointment for defending Northern Ireland champion Derek McGarty, suspension issues on the penultimate stage forcing retirement. Marty McKenna had already secured the Class 7 Valvoline title and finished off the season with third in class with navigator Martin Brady. Derek McGeehan was second in class and finished 12th overall, with son Mark making his debut alongside him in the Mini WRC. Just 4 seconds ahead in 11th was Tyrone crew Martin Cairns and Peter Ward in the Fiesta WRC. 10th overall on the day was enough to secure second in the Valvoline Championship for Michael Carbon and Conor Mohan. With Carbon claiming an overall podium position, Joe Hegarty secured the Class 20 title with navigator David Turkington. Conor McCourt claimed the Class 5 Valvoline title and finished 9th overall with navigator Damien Duffin. 4 seconds ahead, Stephen Wright kept his Northern Ireland title hopes alive, finishing 8th overall with Arthur Kearns on the notes. Group N champions Niall McCullough and Ryan McCluskey rounded out their season with a 7th overall finish on their R5 debut. Patrick O'Brien took 6th place in his Mitsubishi Lancer, giving navigator Thomas Nugent a few jump scares along the way.
Jump 230, 230, and they have fast, oh, 4 right, fast 4 right, 60, and they have 3 right.
Donna Kelly and Conor Foley enjoyed an improved afternoon to finish 5th overall in the Skoda Fabia R5. Vivian Hamill and Andrew Grennan went 5 seconds quicker to take 4th place in the right-hand drive Fiesta R5. To the podium finishers now, where Cahan McCourt and Barry McNulty finished off their championship-winning year with 3rd overall. Sam Moffat and James Fulton had to settle for the runner-up spot when some intercooler pipes came loose in the Fiesta R5. The result secures 3rd in the overall championship for Sam. No problems for Desi Henry and Damien Conley, however, who took victory with 22 seconds to spare in the Fiesta WRC.
Yeah, really enjoyed ourselves. It was a great rally, and obviously the car worked very well. So no, glad to be back in gravel, and it was a brilliant day.
Damien, you've done a fantastic job as well on the notes. Is it easy to navigate?
Yeah, well, the stages were very nice today, you know, and Desi's always good in the gravel. It's a while from I've navigated on gravel rallies, but thoroughly enjoyed it. Great car, great stages, well-run event.
Sam, 2nd here today, 3rd overall in the championship.
Yeah, it was a bit of a shock now to get 3rd overall. We missed a few rounds, but a few strong scores kept us up there, and yeah, it's nice to get it.
Good to get on the podium here, home rally, and just like to thank all the Irish forestry ones for doing a good job, and LSL Motor Club, perfect rally, and it's great to be finished up at 4 o'clock in the evening.
So congratulations to all at the end of a great season in the Valvoline Forest Rally Championship, as we say farewell to Chairman Ray Fitzpatrick and Registrar Ita Doonan after 5 successful years at the helm. And there's confirmation of the final results of the TrailerPartsAndSpares.com Lakeland Stages Rally, which leaves the final standings in the Drivers' Championship like this, with Moffat clinching 3rd place after a tiebreaker with McCullough and McCourt.
Well, what a fantastic championship Valvoline have provided. The quality and calibre of the competitors, the friendly sportsmanship shown by all, the epic battles and heroic wins. The Irish Forestry Championship really has it all. It has been an action-packed year. From all of us here at the On The Limit Sports team, thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next year.